And we're alive, folks.
Ipston 5 was an inside job.
Welcome back to another chapter of Rising Sun. We've had a busy week, I think. So we've been a bit late in starting, just discussing a few things and waiting on goddamn Nala to show his face. Being an Amerifag and driving around the country doing what he does, saying yeehaw
Kids
or
these
some
days.
shit.
Things used to be different in my generation.
You say that.
Last time on Rising Sun, the party entered the floor. They did the dinosaur. Then they went into the generator room, shot some priests, then left. And now they're facing a platoon of Skitari soldiers.
We made good decisions.
That sums it up, right?
There are no rumors in the void.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You committed genocide on the Roombas, the space Roombas. So, we begin with my turn, so to speak. Just gonna double check some stats.
One thing. So, whose turn is it?
It is
It's
the GM's
guy,
turn.
I think.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this music's so fitting.
Yeah.
That's an interesting range. Damn. Never mind.
Close this tab of stream on the desktop.
Yeah.
Some very
I have to do
heavily
that.
armored figures and heavy armored plates advance towards Showa's corpse. One of them is going to take a blade out.
I'm a corpse now.
Oh yeah, you're not a corpse, sorry. His unconscious form, I should say.
I'm gonna be a corpse soon, but it's principle.
Ye- Just give me a moment. Okay, son. You take Gren. Well. What's your toughness bonus and armor?
One more.
My toughness. Oh, what the fuck?
Is this where you have to leave for dinner?
I hope this isn't dead yet. I hope
It is.
it's just a cat.
Go! My name is Put
Oof.
I heard that it's called me a whore.
Fill me a horn, son. Bring me more mead. I command it. Okay,
Whore.
I will check Jokers.
Bring me heretic
Now I'm
burger.
Now I'm back.
Okay, no
I'm
worries.
going in a moment.
Alright,
I
that's
was
fine.
asking what kind of hamburger I wanted.
Yes, so what's your
Class.
toughness and armor?
My toughness and armor is. My toughness is. My armor is 6, my toughness is 3.
Okay, Gren. You take 14 damage as one of the Skitari troopers simply just draws a little blade out and just stabs it right into your shoulders, near your
Dead.
neck, but it narrowly misses as he can't quite get under the plates of your armor. But it's a really nasty wound.
Did you say 14?
Yes, without damage reduction. I've accounted for it.
Let me see then. Is that?
I am hoping you have
That
more than
means I am
14
currently
wounds.
at 22 wounds out of 12.
Oh, really? So you'd already taken hits?
Yes, don't you remember? I was the one they targeted first.
Lying unconscious on the floor.
Oh, yeah. So you're -2 now. Okay, let's have a look.
I'm at 22 wounds out of 12.
So he's at -10.
-10.
Yeah.
Okay, that might be a problem. I actually forgot you were injured, so let me have a look at this. Let's call it -2, okay? Because I was not intending for that to happen. Yeah.
Call for the aid of the Chaos Gods. God damn it.
Basically, he gets his blade in there, but he just doesn't quite get anything really vital, so to speak, because of your armor.
Okay.
It's not a very potent blade he's using. It's like a little dagger, essentially. A little combat knife. It's quite a nice combat.
Hello, glorious leader.
Hello, glorious leader.
Okay, you essentially just suffer a level fatigue, Gren, basically. But you are at -2 wounds now, so yeah.
-2 level of fatigue.
Okay. Their cohorts, however, will turn their interesting looking weapons onto the figure of Han Solo Ghost. Or Ron, I should say.
The guns point out of the monitor.
So essentially a gun that looks like it's firing white phosphorus narrowly misses you, Ron. I thought you'd like that. His two squad mates follow up with some other shots. Their weapons. Three. Okay, Ron, could you roll me? Let's see,
1d100 for the deflection,
seven.
right?
Roll me 5 D100s.
Ah.
Yes, you've been hit multiple times by a certain weapon.
Oof.
So let's see, how many successes? I think you've got 3 successes there, so...
2.
Oh yeah, 'cause you need to roll under. Yeah, sorry. So you have 3, yeah. Let's have a look. So 3 of the hits go through. Okay, interesting. Now, I'm gonna do this just because, just to give you an idea. I don't think that actually does any damage to you, technically.
No.
Well, the crits... Well, no, they don't crit, actually. Never mind. However, Ron, could you please roll me a challenging toughness test?
Oof. Is this to resist a toxic effect, by any chance?
Technically, it's not, because I looked into this, because I thought, because you got the Space Marine kit.
Poison.
Do you have resist toxins as a talent at all? I know it's for your kid's knee, that's what's relevant here.
Pastor, your mic's flaring off loads. Kinda sounds like you're dragging on the jack.
What?
You're jacking off, bastard.
Jeez.
It sounds like your headset is not
I don't
quite
have
fucking
the
proper.
talent for that.
Alright. I'll tell you what, though, because I'm pretty sure Space Marines just get it anyway. Make it at +10. the toughness check.
All right.
Yeah, because you do Space Marine Physiology would give you some resistance to this.
I also remember having some sort of an advanced system which essentially just pumps drugs into me whenever I'm poisoned.
Black blood.
I'll account for that when the effect kicks in as well, dude.
Alright.
Nah, we've just barely started. We're talking a load of stuff before the game
Don't forget
starts.
the drugs that Johanna have given.
Could you roll me 2 more at +10 as well? Okay, and one final one, yep. Right. Have a look at this.
Yeah.
So Ron, the carbines that the Skitarii soldiers are using fire this odd, almost liquidy gaseous projectile at you. It doesn't seem to pierce through your armor. It seems to mostly just bounce hardly off the carapace. However, you feel a strange tingling sensation, and you feel your system starting to react horribly to some unknown thing.
Ah,
Yeah.
you may reroll any failed toughness test to resist poison and toxins,
Yeah, that's
including
the-
attacks with the toxic quality.
Yeah, this isn't
Yeah.
a toxic quality. This is a little different, but I know what you're on about because I did look into this.
Is it a gas?
It's not a gas.
Alright.
It's something else. But you said, did you say your armor had some kind of quality?
Yes.
What is it?
I shall look it up right now. So I don't have the book in front of me.
You also have a field.
He's accounted
Yes.
for the field. The when
Yeah.
the shots landed. He's probably nano machines. Nano machines, son. Let's see how the chat.
I have the biomonitor and injectors.
Ah. Okay, that will come into play after I tell you the effects, and I'll let you know about that later. What is it? Does it have any in mechanical benefits, or is that
Gives
fluff?
a +10 to the resistance of toxins and poisons, and it also reduces the penalties from critical effect.
Ah, right, okay.
And if you are stunned, it only lasts for 1 round.
Ah, right, okay. I will give that a certain little benefit later on down the line as this fight goes on. For now, though, I'll tell you the effect of this. Your body starts to react very poorly to what's just hit you. And you feel your systems and your biomonitors taking countermeasures to counter whatever it is. But all you need to know mechanically, Han, is you suffer minus 14 to your toughness as characteristic damage.
Ah.
So what I would advise you do, just to make it easier, if you go on your sheet and you know on the modifier below the stat, just put
Yes.
in minus 14, yeah, for now.
So that'd be -4 since I'm currently friend.
Okay,
Alright.
that is their turn. We now come to Monstrum Nulla.
Alright.
How you do?
Also, it also allows me to ignore characteristic damage
Alright.
specifically.
I'll
6 doses.
Alright, I'll bring that into play very shortly when it's your turn.
Yeet.
Okay. I think that it might be best if we don't just leave Showa up there by his lonesome. Well, I think I'm gonna charge this guy who. It was this guy who just shot him with the stuff, right?
Yeah, more specifically his cohorts, but yeah, pretty much the same guys, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna charge him with my Mace of Malak.
As you do, yes. Okay, Nulla, roll me charge. And plus 10 for your hatred, and yeah, that's about it. Very cool. The guy will try and do something to resist this effect. He manages to parry you with his power blade, just in the nick of time, as you come swinging at him.
Hey, what is Sure Strike, by the way?
Lets you make multiple. It basically, instead of making a standard attack when you're melee with someone, you can make a
That's Swift Strike. Sure Strike is you ignore penalties.
Oh
to
yeah, that's the
cold shots.
for cold shots in melee.
Also,
Yes.
Pastor, your mic is going fucking ballistic.
Oof.
Fucking hell.
Stop jacking off.
So if he parries, then that's basically...
The attacks,
my
yeah,
turn.
ignored, yeah. It counts as a fail, technically.
Alright.
So, I believe that's all you can do, unfortunately.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, but you have possibly saved Gren. So, good job. Okay. We now turn to the Rangers.
He got plus respect because he killed like 6 guys.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. Figures just almost out of your line of sight, advance forward and level their weapons. Let's have a look.
Yikes.
One of them is going to attempt to attack you, Ron.
Is it decent?
Ron, please roll me a force field check. Yeet. As a hot stream of just bright energy comes straight towards you, it's narrowly stopped by your force field's power.
Nice.
Another shot comes out of the darkness. Skog, do you have any reactions left?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, I feel like you...
Pretty
No,
sure you shot
'cause
me last. No, you shot me last turn.
I think they all missed those. I think you might still have a reaction. So I'll
Yeah,
let
an
you have
axe,
a
yes,
reaction. Yeah, for this turn round.
Yeah, alright. Say Doge check, I'm assuming.
It's a Doge, yes.
Cool, let's. Come on, Ursula, don't fail me now.
And
Stu, could I use parry to essentially give him my shield's bonus to his...
no, I'm afraid not.
Alright.
Let's see.
Also, no.
Oh yeah, 'cause you have a refraction field. Yep, refract field.
Yep. I'm remembering it this time.
The white phosphorus strikes again. Right. I think you're safe from the damage. However, could you roll me an agility check?
Yeah. Any modifier?
Just a
Sorry.
regular agility test.
Nice.
Ursula, you're
No.
now on fire! As the white phosphorus catches your clothing and fatigues.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
It's getting a bit warm in here.
Status. There is not an on fire option.
So, Bill, are you stealthed at the minute or not? I'm trying to recall. Because you have a camo cloak, don't you?
Yeah, I have the full cam cloak in use, yes.
Remind me, there's a debuff to hit target wearing camo cloak.
Yes,
on
what
skill
I'm-
test.
Take a minus 30.
Ah, okay.
Provided I'm stationary.
Yeah. Which you are. First of all, could you roll me a stealth check with your usual modifiers?
Certainly. I get to roll twice and take the better because my gear.
Oofed.
I'm guessing
And that's why you always. Okay, I've got a 70.
And
Jeez,
thus
You've
I
got
have
an
to- and thus I
80
have to
and
go
a
for while.
76.
BRB, I have to go for a while.
Alright, no worries.
See ya.
Right.
Yeah, they've clocked you.
So would it hit me?
But they've still got to hit you, indeed. Right. Oof. Well. A moment.
Is that a jam?
Potentially, yes. Right. Yeah. There was a resounding click as one of the guns seems to misfeed, despite being an energy weapon of sorts. Another bolt just streams harmlessly, going wide past you. Another one does find its mark, though, so any use of whatever reactions or energy fields you have.
I have an energy field. I'll see that will work. I believe. What did I get? I get the personal defense field, which I believe is what, 30% chance, 20% chance on
Personal defense field. So
that. What was the extent? A refractor, actually. I'm not sure. Let me check.
Refractor is a 30 or less.
Oh, personal defense field. Oh, it's rank. It's 30. It's 30. I
Yeah.
have it written down.
Okay.
Okay.
100. It's not stopped by the field, but you do have a reaction left.
Yeah, I shall dodge. Try to take a major bonus.
Okay. You managed to kind of just, from your nice position, just kind of roll yourself out of the way nimbly as this ball of energy just comes streaking out of the dim light towards you. Now we turn to the mists.
Bet that mist is up to something.
Yeah, I saw something there in the darkness. That's not comforting.
Skog, I keep seeing your bird icon and I get very scared.
Well, I gotta admit, that makes me afraid too.
Should I put it to the opaque one so you can see through it? No, the transparent one.
No, that makes it worse.
Oh, yeah, that's gonna be even scarier.
Pastor's looking
Make
at
it
the
worse.
stream again. God damn it,
No.
Pastor.
No, I'm fucking not.
Alright.
Dude,
I
took
won't be a
away
dick
my
about it.
privilege of looking at the shots.
Look, Pastor, that behaviour is not okay.
Dude, I literally am not looking at the shack because last time was a
Han, that
whole
was the
hullabaloo.
voice. Han, that was the voice of the man who's doing the exact same thing, wasn't it?
Lad, are you fucking kidding me?
I would do no such thing.
Ursula, it is your go. You're now on fire, so I guess I should resolve that.
Yeah. How does resolving
does
white
fire work in
phosphorus
this game?
fires
Well,
go?
glad you asked, because it hasn't come up that often, surprisingly.
No, but all I'm saying is
Well,
I
I'm glad I
definitely
can
saw
help.
like something like that somewhere over there. And that's unsettling.
Right. Once a character is on fire, he suffers 1d10 damage ignoring armor, and takes 1 level fatigue each round until the fire is extinguished.
Luckily, it doesn't ignore toughness.
Yes, so I will roll the damage. Oof! Okay. You do suffer a level
Plague God
fatigue,
be
though,
with you.
due to the stress.
Okay, so 1 damage, and how much fatigue was that, sorry?
Oh, 1 level fatigue, but it's reduced by your toughness, so yeah.
So 1 level of fatigue reduced by my toughness?
No. 1 level of damage reduced by your toughness. So you essentially suffer no damage, but you do suffer 1 level of fatigue.
Okay, cool. So I'll say toughness 50, I'd hope would be,
However, you do now need to make a challenging willpower test at the beginning of your turn in order to be able to act normally,
okay.
which is just a neutral willpower test. You managed to keep your cool despite being on flames. Probably due to the fact that you managed to not really get hurt by them. Like, just a bunch of things are on fire.
Just burning all the paint off my armor.
So you can either now continue to act normally and still be on fire, or you can try and put the fire out.
I think I am going to duck down and left and try and roll on the floor behind her.
Yeah, you can try and put out the
I
fire.
don't think that works for white phosphorus, but it might
actually,
work for fire.
I'm probably going to be stepping in front of you over here on my turn, if you don't mind.
Yeah, but I want Jane to be able to fire as well.
Alright.
So I'm going to jump back here and start going, ah!
Are you going to try and attempt to put the flames out?
That is the intention, yes.
Like, power yourself down?
I think
yourself in
he's doing
surfaces.
the whole stop, drop, and roll thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
you can drop prone. Make me. I'm going to give you a boost on this because you're behind Han, and there's other factors in play as well, due to the atmosphere and so forth. Make a neutral agility test as your part of your action. This is all your full action to put the flames out. You managed to put the flames out. You're no longer on fire. Yay!
Don't worry, I have a plan.
Of course it does.
I don't believe that.
Just
What,
think,
to
why
set
did I
him
bring a
back on
fire
fire?
extinguisher? Why am I complaining?
Ziv, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna move there. And Civ is going to try to. Well, he is gonna try to intimidate them.
Alright. How are you doing this?
Well, he's gonna start it off by shuckling. Simply shuckling. And then looking in their general direction.
Roll me
Yeah.
just a regular intimidate check then.
Oh, my moment!
I know that
They-
feel, bro. I know that feel.
Dude, they don't even notice you. Like, they just don't. They're just like, they barely register you.
I begin taking notes.
Luckily for you, Ziv, you are now less likely to get shot.
Yes.
They don't.
Fuck
You are not
that.
perceived as a threat.
Yeah.
They don't notice you until you trip over while you chuckle.
Am I still able to attack them?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like, you can wander out there as a half action
They will
intimidate.
do that.
So you've got a half action left.
So Civ is going to aim Nastron straight forward.
What's the range on the staff, by the way? 30, is it?
That is 30. Yeah. So that would be.
Ziv, could you try and go for this guy?
Okay then.
You will hit Nulla and possibly Gren if you do that.
Could I aim that way and
Yeah.
does that help?
I would really appreciate not being shot.
That does
Yeah.
help. That is going to be less likely to hit people you don't want to hit.
Nice.
So let's see. Yeah. You'll hit about 3 on that angle. Possibly Gren,
That
but it's a bit of a
works.
toss-up. It'll be more difficult to hit Gren. He's on the floor, so...
I hope not.
Alright.
Fuck it, I'm gonna chance it. I'm
Okay.
sorry if you die, Gren. I didn't mean this.
Don't worry, he's AFK. It's fine.
It's a spray weapon, so...
It's okay to kill him if he's AFK.
We can always blame it on the rumbas.
the space rumbus.
Blame it on the sunshine.
Here we go.
Conspiring.
Right.
Good.
No, it's, I mean, Gren, Ziv, it is a spray weapon. You don't need to roll to attack it, it just goes off.
Oh yeah, fuck, true that.
Just
Sorry.
roll me 3 damage rolls and I'll just figure out where they dodge or not. Oof, oof. Does that felling?
That's really varied. That is felling 2.
Felling 2. Alright.
Well,
Well, the first guy's alright. The other 2 not so much. Let's have a look.
I always forget I don't have to roll to hit with that one.
Right. So felling 2, anything else that it has? I know it has warp weapon.
There's felling 2, spray, stream, toxic 3.
Toxic
and
3 is
water.
important.
Yes.
Oh Jesus.
It wasn't as important. It wasn't as important when we were fighting the Necrons, but now
This
Yeah,
decidedly
they found
much
out in
better.
spoons.
the NHS.
Did they take him?
Did they take him? Skog, we've come for your ribs.
The militant wing of the NHS.
Give us ribs.
Alright, okay, I'll do the toxic rolls, hold on. Toxic 3, so oofed. Ooh, lad. Ooh, lad.
Well,
Whoa. Oh.
Jesus.
Ah, yeah,
Yeah, boy. Fucking- So, your staff lets out just a stream of corrosive, horrible gunk, and it does seem to hurt them and burn through all their armor completely, but they still were staggering for a moment. But then after a good 5 seconds or so, they start falling to the floor, and you just hear horrible choking just coming from their visors as they fall to the floor.
So, Angel's secret technique.
Ziv turning toasters into vegetables since the beginning of M41.
However, now we come to the important question: did you hit Gren or not?
Grapefruit you
Yeah.
can't.
Well, time to get the bet.
If he rolls that, like the hit went to Gren, can I do a roll to, like, make it so it hits me instead?
Yes.
You're amazing.
So,
But
let me-
first you gotta figure out who it actually, like...
yeah, I'm gonna figure out if the attack is gonna actually hit him or not, which is weird because he's helpless, so technically he's auto-hitted, but I'm gonna brew up some else for that because that's just dumb. Because he is on the floor as well, so yeah.
Yeah.
He's prone.
Well,
Quick stitch.
He succeeds. Well
He
proved.
just
The
starts...
amazing.
He just starts having a seizure.
subconsciously he
Hey.
knew to kind of stay as flat as he could.
The ethereal of incarnation of Korn just kind of kicked him to the side.
Yeah, some
Nola
bullshit.
accidentally stepped on him on his way over there. So
Yeah.
he's, like really, really
You just
flat
pushed
to
a
the
little
ground.
bit. Okay, so
He knew subconsciously to keep himself flat. See his strange techniques as he bleeds onto the floor.
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Oh,
I'm
just
a
Oh,
bit-
get down.
just to show it out. Yes. Well, Gren knew Pastor nearly gooped you, Gren, so but he didn't, so it's all good.
Pasta!
It was not intended.
Fucking nigger.
Oh,
Someone just have a gamer moment.
lad. Someone had a bra moment.
Bruh.
It's now Jane's turn.
Yeet.
We didn't update
Also
Jane's
new news.
counter, but yeah, well.
Nah, it's not.
Oh,
worth
that's
it.
her combat gear anyway, that's fine.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. Yeah, there are people alive if I scroll to the right far enough. Excellent. Okay, I'm gonna see that lad with the funky looking gun at the back on the bottom right.
Yep.
He looks like a problem.
Yeah, he is a NCO.
He looks like a problem that I don't want to have to think about anymore.
He's also the one that carries the gun of Willie Pete. Because that's the thing the mechanic is like doing in 40k, apparently, just using Willie Pete on people. Quite heavily, in fact.
Daka mode.
Let's see if he can bamf out the way. He does, because Skitarii Rangers, oof, they've got that agility of son.
Anyone who wants to refresh their window, I have set it to the to the semi-transparent version of the Crow of Judgment.
What did I tell you not to
Oh
do?
no!
I told you not to do it, and you did it anyway.
It's so fun on Saturday when you're playing, you're trying to work out if it's my avatar or a crow.
You're going to make me paranoid for the rest of my fucking life.
Okay, paranoid, as opposed to Merc, who keeps sending me pictures of them gathering in his garden.
Okay, but he has a good
he has
reason
those
to
too.
be paranoid. He has a good reason to be paranoid.
Alright, lads.
My garden is just filled to bursting with crows. They're actually a problem now.
Run the solo cost, what do you want to do?
Yes.
Bill, do they gather like specifically around your windowsill or some shit, or?
Not all the time.
Ron shall sort of trudge forward, raise his heavy flamer, and make Saigon's.
Alright, what's the main target?
This is the arc.
Pick a target. Yeah.
This dude.
This dude. Okay. What's the range on it?
30 meters.
Alright. Yeah. It's kind of hard to do degrees on this, so I'm just kind of doing an arbitrary thing. So I'm just going to see you can hit those three basically.
I believe there is a template kicking around for it if you
Maybe?
the assets.
I'll
I've got
look
the
into-
concept that this thing's range is so large that it will just hit the back wall and explode outwards.
I tell you what I'll do is we'll bring in 40k rules and I'll say you can get a partial and an extra one. There we go. That's what we'll do. Just to make it a bit more interesting. So these guys are hits. Roll me a d10. That's how we'll do it.
Wait, which ones are hit?
So far these first three, but I'll let you get a partial on the leader.
Because it specifically says that it fires in a 30-degree.
Yeah, I know it does, but this is roll 20 and it doesn't scale up properly, so I'm kind of tweaking it slightly.
Alright.
So, but roll me a d10 and see if you actually get an extra hit in as well, so. Because it is quite a narrow arc still. Not quite, but you do get these 3 boys still. So it's a spray weapon, which means we'll have to try and doge. Let's see how this goes. Oofed. Oofed. Woo woo. Okay, roll me 2 damage rolls.
Ooh, what's this? How am I gonna die bleeding on the ground?
Also, yeah, it doesn't matter.
I know the flame quality. I'll put that in. Don't worry. Oofed. Heavy flamers.
Also, did I take any damage from those guys shooting me? Was it just the characteristic damage?
It was just the characteristic damage, technically. So you didn't suffer damage per se, which is weird, but.
Yeet. Right. I should also roll for the drugs for how long it is negated.
Yeah.
Oof.
What, 1 round? Oh, don't.
Luckily, I've got 5 more doses. Which will kick in.
Da la da da. Okay, let's have a look.
Right, that'll be it for my turn then.
Okay, just let me calculate their damage. Okay, 15 minus 9. Da la da da. Let's see if they catch fire. Why is that dice in red? Oh, it's because you rolled a 1. Okay. The first boy's alright, but the second one is on fire.
That would be a d10 for damage,
Yep.
right?
I'll account for that on his go.
Ah.
Yeah. But I'll call that a 9, yeah, that's fine. He may not live long enough to die from the flames, so we'll see. Vospeller, it's your go.
Okay. Are there any... The one that was firing... Are there any still wielding heavy weapons alive?
Make me a perception check at... make a neutral one, actually. Awareness, I should say, but... Oh, yeah.
6 degrees.
From what you can tell, peering into the corridor, there's not a lot of obvious heavy weapons besides this gentleman. He seems to be wielding a long-barreled rifle on a bipod mount.
So could you ping that one again, please? Maybe a bit of a delay on mine.
Right. The only figure that appears to be carrying a heavy weapon that you can see at the moment is this gentleman who's carrying a long-barreled rifle mounted on a bipod.
Okay, I would like to deal with him in a rather permanent fashion.
Okay.
Let's go with a toxin arrow. Haven't used much of these.
Toxin arrow.
Half aim and shoot.
Okay. Right. Let's see how this goes. 6. It's got felling 2.
Yep, felling 2 and toxin 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's toxin 3. Toxin 2, I should say.
Yep. Let's have a look. Okay. Your arrow manages to clip him in one of his legs, and you manage to hit a nice weak point in his armor, and he just starts to stumble to the floor, the rifle falling out of his hands, just blood spurting out. You hit his basically femoral artery, essentially. And he's just gone completely, this guy. Just blood
That's
gushing out.
fear one. As I just casually just stand there very calmly, just. One down. Next.
Okay.
What an edgy boy you are.
Oof.
Can't hear you the sound of the mix of Moloch Ball, you might have to speak up.
Abaddon.
Abaddon.
What's that, Space Marine? I can't hear you. Your color scheme is so fucking loud.
Alright. Nulla, as you're facing down this Alpha Vanguard, you see more of his buddies emerge from the back of the corridor. Some of them are leveling their weapons towards you.
Yikes.
Damn, son. Da, 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 da. However, their habit of just missing continues.
Hooray.
One of them is going to level a long-barreled rifle at you.
Is there no chance that they'd, like, you know, hit the people in front of me?
Not quite, but I am accounting for it, I'm aware of it.
Okay. Like if they rolled really bad without jamming.
Yeah, something like that. That one unfortunately misses as well.
Oof.
Now we come to the third guy, who's also going to try and hit you. Let's see. This boy manages to hit you for 2 hits. Could you please roll me a dodge check if you have it?
I can do that indeed. Any modifier?
No, not this time. Well, let's see how this goes.
Ah.
Hmm.
And I've already been hit for 2 wounds, you said?
Yes, so, Nullus, how much, what is your armor? 8, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
And your toughness, I believe, is also 8, like 40, and then unnatural toughness 4.
My toughness is 43.
Alrighty. From the first hit, Nullus, you suffer 7 wounds, as bolts of plasma start to bore through your armor, burning your skin underneath.
Ow. I think this is like the lowest on health I've ever gotten in this campaign.
However, the second hit barely singes you at all, and you suffer no damage from that.
Yay.
Now we finally come to the last boy, who seems to have what looks like a lightning rifle of some kind. It's very unusual looking. He's going to level now at you as well, Nullus.
Ouch.
Well, bit owned.
I'd prefer to not, actually.
Oof. Wait,
I
we
don't-
still have grenades. So
I don't consent.
Where are you going? We don't need concerns.
Well. Okay. Let's have a look at
They
this.
they don't need them either.
Time to look at the specifications of my armor. Something.
That's a few.
Okay, Nola, the lightning strikes you from his gun, and it just seems to... You don't feel so good. Your skin really starts to singe from the electricity coursing through, and your armor system starts to get damaged. You suffer 9 wounds, sorry, Nullis.
Okay.
Yep.
Alright, so fellas, I'm at 4 of 22 wounds at the moment.
So,
Also,
That's
Nola, could you
fine.
roll me a toughness test? A neutral one.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know how good of a throw Ursula is, but I would really like a medic bag. Sorry, what am I rolling?
Flat toughness, yeah. Fortunately, you managed to shrug off most of the lingering effects of the electricity. You managed to keep your footing, because you're a strong and catboy. You stand up to the Mike Pence and his gay ways. Right. Showa! Would you like to try and wake up?
Yes. Let's see, it was a 4-round action challenging willpower test, yeah?
No
Yep.
rush or anything. No rush or anything, but, like, you know.
Let's see, is there anything I can add to this? Because that would be really useful. Let's see.
Well, let's see. I mean, you could enrage yourself.
Yes.
Because that seems thematic enough, even though you're in a catatonic state, you can just feel the rage bubbling and then you wake up.
You have a dream about your father Corn.
Also gives you a bonus to willpower.
Get upset.
Yep.
In the darkness of the warp, I rage. Which sets that to a neutral test then.
Yes.
And alright. Icon off. I have an icon. So +5.
Alright. Oh no! What?
I will re-roll that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you probably should.
Come on. It's a 50-50. Come on.
Come on, son.
Yes!
There you go. Rise.
But,
As part of the full action, I'll let you get to your feet as well.
yeah, scream as he wakes up. Fuck machines!
Fuck machines.
Me when my toaster takes too long in the morning.
Right.
And I'm no longer fucking.
No longer after the
Okay.
clock. Yeah, there you go.
I'm gonna turn to Gren and say, I am pinned here, brother.
Makes 2.
Ah, wait, photon flash grenades! Actually, would that work against the Mechanicus?
That's a good point, Ash.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's working against me, let alone the Mechanicus.
You know what it would work? You know what would work good against the Mechanicus?
A gun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more or less.
With a mason
pretty
will
much.
have gun.
A gun,
Bucket
a
of water and a taser.
Yes.
the cold, deadly vacuum of space. You know, your choice.
So Nulla, the 2 men in front of you, if you can call them men anymore, it's their go.
Two niggas.
The guy in front of you. Let's see. Is going to strike with his sword of doom.
I'd like to.
He is currently hitting you. Would you like to parry or dodge?
I would like to parry.
disavow?
Alright. Plus
Any
10 for it being
modifier?
balanced. There you go. You epically match his sword blow, and strike away and parry him successfully.
Very epic.
Indeed.
Epic.
His fellow is going to try and do the same with a mole that he draws out.
With a what?
He has a mole of some kind. It's very unusual looking.
Do you mean like the animal?
As
I
in
have
mole,
mole as well.
as in a mace mole.
Mole.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
sorry.
As in
I
Darth
thought you said a
Maul.
mole. I thought you said a mole, and I was.
A mole? He draws out his mole, bro.
You need to be a brave motherfucker to bring a mole launcher onto the ship.
I mean, it is the pinnacle of technology. You gotta admit that.
Oh, this boy's gonna make an all-out attack.
When you research Archaeotech and Mole Launcher.
So, can I... Do I only have one parry per...
Unless you have the step aside talent, then yes, you have one parry.
I do not have the step aside talent.
Okay. In that case,
So
this boy will try and hit you.
Can I dodge, or can I not do that?
Nah. Parry and dodge are both reactions. That takes up your reaction slot. You basically use whatever one's better at the time.
Ouch.
Okay.
Okay. Didn't roll.
Didn't roll
Best.
super high, actually. Let's see. I don't think you take
Yeah,
damage, but let me double check.
Only rolled a 2. Very nice. I may have taken, like, a teeny bit, but I'm not sure.
Well, so you don't take any damage as the mace strikes you as it crackles with electrical energy. But you do suffer some after effects from it.
Okay.
Could you make me a challenging toughness check?
Sure.
Which is a neutral toughness.
What's the modifier?
Just a neutral toughness.
Sorry if I'm coughing a lot.
Alright.
I'm getting out of cold.
The discharge of electricity as it strikes you doesn't seem to do anything. However, could you make me a final toughness test that's neutral? Okay. Basically, Nullis, the guy swings at you so hard it knocks you on your ass for a bit.
He just knocked a space marine on his ass?
Yeah! I'm surprised too, but he managed it due to the
Nibble
concussive quality. Yeah, of the mace.
Damn, son.
It's because you rolled a 74, so yeah.
I'm gonna yell at Gren even louder. Brother, I am pinned here.
Yeah, now you are.
Okay, so Null, you're stunned for 4 rounds, and I will
I'm stunned for 4 rounds?
However, I have a sneaky rule that I've introduced long ago into this compound where you can like suffer fatigue and basically get back your stunned rounds. So you may want to do that when it's your turn.
Oh, well, you know, dude, I think I'll take you up on that, yeah.
Okay, Noah, you're currently stunned for 4 rounds. Would you
I'd
like
like
to lose a level of fatigue to recover all those stunned rounds because you got enough in a toughness bonus to do so?
You know what? I would absolutely love to do that.
You're no longer stunned, Nullis, well done, but you suffer a level of fatigue.
1 level?
So basically you just get hit really hard with this mace, and you're like, ah, fuck! But you're still kind of standing. You kind of shrug it off, sort of. But you're a bit tired.
Okay, can I do anything else this turn?
Yes, you can act normally.
Fantastic. Okay. Do I have to do anything to, like, stand up?
Technically yes,
Or
because you don't
or
leap up, do you?
Probably not.
Ah. You need a half action to stand up. That does leave you with another half action to do something else, like attack or whatever.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna stand up and then Mace of Maul like ball the guy again.
Alright. The commander dude, yeah.
Yeah, what does doing an all-out attack imply?
Basically, it gives you mad bonuses on the attack, however you cannot use a reaction for that round after you've done it.
Okay, so which of these two did the all-out attack on me?
the other guy with the mason with the copy of the mason well, not quite as awesome, but still managed to knock you up a bit.
I'm gonna hit him then.
Get him back, yes!
And now he can't defend himself.
Yes, that's true.
So, can I do a half aim, or is that used up on my half?
That would use up an action, so it's just a standard with no aim, basically, is what you can do. You get plus 10 for hatred, so... Alright, roll the damage.
Alright. I'd also like to roll Intimidate after I do the damage, and I'm gonna say, mine is bigger than yours.
Oofed. Very cool.
Jesus Christ.
Fair
Okay.
play.
Let's see.
What's the is there any modifier for the Intimidate?
Yes. You basically just shove the mace right into his chest cavity, like piercing through his thick carapace and just blowing out his organs. But as the power field crackles around him and he just slumps backwards to the floor, gurgling, and then you yell, "Mine is bigger than yours."
Wait, Stu, could I actually, I'd like to alter what I say. I'd like to look at the commander now and say mine was bigger than his.
Okay. Roll me a plus 20 intimidate. Alright, this is very cool. This is very cool.
Nice.
This is epic.
No, this is good. On that note, I'm gonna go take a piss really quickly, and then we'll go to the next turn.
I'm gonna do that as well. That sounds
Okay, my plan at the moment is advancing slowly over to you guys. So you're gonna get some help, so I just got hit. Wait, like
Nice.
2 turns. I'll be over there.
Come quickly.
And
On my way.
My thoughts are, do I hope for the best? And, you know,
Hope that you guys survive the combat long enough so I can heal you out of combat, and I can then hopefully shorten the combat by firing 2 assault cannons downrange. Or do I rush forwards to try and heal you?
Well, if more or less the rest of us are on offense duty, I guess? I don't know. What do you guys think?
I know what I'll be doing. I will probably. Well, shit, I'm enraged, so no. I will be attacking the one in front of me.
Well, he's out. But if you mean him, or him.
no, he will mutilate the bodies.
Oh boy.
I might do that too.
I return. We now come.
Stu, out of
Yeah?
out of curiosity, are there any custom rulings when it comes to sprayer, or is it just as the rules are stated?
It's literally a case of you point it, fire it, and they have to take an agility test or get hit.
Right, because the way it seems phrased, it's just that you fire a 30-degree cone, and everyone within the cone needs to make an agility test, or take.
I know, but
That's
like I
not
said,
something
dude,
I'll
it's roll
particularly
20, and I'm trying to keep it somewhat structured, so it's like it's not just like I point my thing into the room and then the whole room ignites kind of thing, because
Yeah.
But I am comparing it to an actual 30-degree arc to make sure it's correct.
that's fine.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's fine. I get you, but we'll come back to this another time and maybe think of a way
Sure
to
thing.
make it work there.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, the Rangers. Let's see. After seeing their colleagues in heavy armor and cancer guns get raised by the goo, they're going to turn their rifles to you, Pasta.
Come at me, bro.
Oof.
Such a mad lad.
Oh man. Sim, the maddest of lads.
First rifle streaks you for... Basically, the guy kind of mag dumps his rifle really quickly into you at the front. Would you like to roll me a dodge check, Ziv?
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm hoping that the rest doesn't hit.
Okay.
No!
Oof. A couple of plasma, what seem to be energy
Can I
bolts. Oh. Use a fate point,
Can I
yes,
use-
you can, if
Yeah.
you wish.
I shall do so. My Nurgle. No!
Oh no!
Oh, that's bad, but Jesus Christ!
Okay. As a couple of bolts hit their mark and just streak into your armor. So look. What is your armor, Pasta?
My armor on all is 7.
7. And what is your toughness?
My toughness in general or the bonus?
The bonus.
Bonus is 4.
Okay. The first bolt strikes you for 9 damage, Pasta.
Fun!
Yep.
Ow.
Poor Pasta.
I'm still alive, bitch!
The second bolt strikes you for 5 damage, Pasta.
bitch! I'm literally at 0 hit points.
Oof.
I'm still alive as someone shoots you in the head.
How much damage are you currently on, Pasta, just so I know?
Well, now I would be... Well, I'm at 0 hit points, so I do believe that...
You're at 0?
Critically damaged? Yes, I am exactly 0.
Big oof. Okay.
Oh boy.
Is the music died?
No, it's still here.
It's still playing, it's just change checks, right? Okay. Alright. The second one is going to try and follow up on his colleague's display of power. Da, 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 da. Okay. You got lucky there, Pasta. Didn't do that much.
Yeah.
You suffer,
Oh shit.
let's see.
Oh,
Suffer
shit.
1 damage, Pastus. You're on -1 energy damage to the body.
Mm.
A blow to the
Ouchie.
target's body steals the air from his lungs. You can only take half action on your next turn. Oof. I think I know what that next
Ooh.
half action is going to be, to be honest, though, anyway, so... You're on -1 wound, Pasta.
Yep. It is then.
Now we come to the final guy. You rolled a 9, didn't you, Han, for his fire?
Yes, I did.
Well... Let me just... Hold on a minute. Oh, for fuck's sake, why he's rolled 20? Gay! There we go. Right. Yeah, he just, slumps to the ground, consumed by the flames, and slowly starts to turn to ash as the screams of Saigon claim him.
Bonfire rekindled.
Oof.
Oh god.
This dude is going to move up in front of the his flaming colleague. and is going to turn his pistol onto. I'm going to roll for this because I don't know who I want to pick on more.
Oof.
Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. One leave. Well, Ziv, it seems he's turned his eye to you again.
Oh no.
Oh, let's
Shit,
see how
here
this
we
goes.
go again.
Here we go again. Okay. However, his pistol seems to click and it misfires a little. You just
Thank
see
you,
gouts of
Nurgle.
hot flame, like, sort of hiss out of the barrel. It doesn't catch fire or anything, or, like, catastrophically misfunction, but it doesn't go off. However, we now have a new situation developing.
Fingers crossed I planned well.
We're about to die.
Ursula, could you make me an awareness roll?
Oh no.
Concern.
And the answer, can I make an awareness roll? Can I make a perception roll?
Yeah. If you don't have awareness traits still.
Why do I need to be aware?
Well, you know, the door to the rec room opens up and you're greeted by some figures.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
More than
Can I
likely
try
heard the
this?
commotion, you reckon?
Oh, that gets worse the further down that corridor you go.
I'll
Well, you just see all
I'll
the
try and take care of that.
Han, what's your charge?
9 meters.
Can you use it with a flamethrower?
I
Could
mean,
I
if he
steal-
points that down the corridor, yes, that will cook everyone pretty much.
You're gonna want to use that because holy shit.
Can you
Welcome to
charge?
Saigon.
I don't believe you can charge with a flamethrower.
That's
Would
quick
you-
talk.
God.
Yes. Would you allow it, Stu?
We'll see when you get to your turn. I'll see what you can do.
Alright.
It might be possible with some nifty rolling.
We're about to die.
Let's just see how this goes.
Okay, cats and helmets look dumb. Just as an aside.
Who looks dumb?
Cats and helmets.
Oof. Yeah, they do.
I don't think cats and helmets are my biggest concern right now. Or like how we're gonna get cyber molested by robots.
Cyber molested.
Squid talk.
Cyber molested.
That is a
Alien
very
target
strong
vision
term.
Sometimes you make me worried.
Sometimes.
Oh
Only
boy.
sometimes, apparently.
What are you referring to?
Just sorting out the initiative.
You ever just get raped by robots?
I mean, not
Not
recently.
on a Wednesday, no less.
Of course not.
I should keep a routine.
Wait, if you're wearing socks, is getting raped by robots gay?
Yes, definitely.
Damn it.
I
It's
mean,
because
technically,
the socks.
robots don't have a gender.
No, they are firm believers in binary gender.
Yes,
but
they themselves don't have it. That's why they're cursed.
But Gren, it's not the robots being the deciding factor. It's the
Gren.
socks.
Gren, what about sex bots? Libtard.
Sex bots are masturbation tools.
No, but what if you make it so a sex bot can get pregnant, libtard?
Then you're fucking weird.
Yeah, but you could do it, and there's probably some tech heresy motherfuckers out there.
Oh, there definitely is.
It seems the nature of the situation has changed a little.
Yeah, as the door swings open, just I'm trying to think of music that would be appropriate to describe this. I was thinking Mr. X's whole "We're the hood," like that kind of shit.
X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to you.
We would get gooked by the fucking copyright
Oh yeah, we
police
would.
instantly. Just do what I do, just throw on some doom metal in the background and pray you survive to your next turn.
So,
Oh, God.
the front figures just kind of stroll out and end up in front of Ziv and Ursula, including this Chungus here, but they can't act any further. This guy, however, is going to level his barreled rotary cannon at Jane.
I legit thought you were pointing at the bird there for a moment.
Goes
Also,
away.
it should be noted that if they can see me, I believe they have to make a fear check.
Oh.
I will let you know if that comes into play.
So it tells me most of these things are immune to fear, but
Some of
Never
them
know
are,
till you ask.
yes.
I mean, sure, also has a failure.
Yeah, by all means, let me know if you have fear, and I'll tell you if it comes into play. Because that's how I'm ruling fear, because default fear rules are dumb. Every turn you must test for the thing in front of you to, be scared by you.
Well,
We should probably use some frag grenades for the Skitari.
Fortunately for Ursula, the gentleman with the assault cannon appears, his shots seem to go wide. Jane manages to narrowly duck out the way from the corner of the doorway.
oh,
It's now Ursula's turn.
oh.
The combat parameters have changed somewhat.
Can I do that cool kid thing of, while lying on the floor, just shooting up at it?
Yeah!
Or is that inadvisable?
If you really want to, you'll be easier to hit in melee if you do that, but...
Yeah, but it's that thing of, do I want to do 3d10 plus 8, or...
You're gonna have to disengage, actually, to use your rain...
I guess I will hack the leg. Also, I forgot to write down the stats for that Magos Power Axe, so,
Oh yeah, you have that. I'll let you know the stats of that, hold on.
Is it in the rulebook?
I've got it.
Also, that would be a reaction, whereas I always have the chain blade
Okay,
ready.
yeah. Ursula, you get Omniscient Axe, 2d10 plus 4 damage.
2d10 plus 4. Nice. I will write that down.
Energy is the type.
2d10 plus 4 is... Energy.
It has a penetration of 6.
Nice.
And those are the rules. I've pasted down below if you can scan them.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, you can draw that and use that to hit them if you like, or you can disengage and try and get your
I
ranged
think
weapon.
the hit it with the chainsaw I'm always carrying is me the quickest reaction.
Are you hating the
Like,
little
however,
guy?
I missed. Yeah, I missed though.
Okay. Unless you want to move, there's not much else you can do.
I'm gonna stand up.
Alright.
Gonna suggest that
Oscar,
buying
your
some time by.
mic is gay.
Yeah, it sounds like you've not quite plugged in.
Oofed.
Pasta, try plugging in or unplugging and plugging back in the aux cord for your mic. Sorry.
No worries. As if it is your turn when he's ready.
A bit odd.
Ash just put Ubu in the chat.
Do we have smoke grenades?
I do.
It's just like, I don't know if any of you
I
had
have a
any.
stun grenade still. I just keep forgetting I fucking got it.
I'm also carrying a howitzer that fires devastator shells. I'm
Yeah,
trying to bust one of those out.
Oh shit! I completely forgot that I have 5 incendiary grenades.
yeah. A lot of you
use
have
that shit.
grenades, but everyone, including the GM, doesn't use grenades very often because they are kind of autistic to use.
I mean, I've got an assault cannon, so, you know.
Yeah.
That is practically a grenade launch.
Sorry,
It's your
I've
turn.
been trying
We
to
lost
do
the
that
schematics
all
for it.
night.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to fix the
Fix the audio, yeah.
I think I'll have to switch it out. I think it's just too old and broken at
It's
this point.
too old and gay.
I know one of mine started doing that, so.
Okay. But, I should probably check to see if I'm stunned, shouldn't I?
Yeah, yes, you should, because your critical effect. We'll just double check that one. Get that red again. Energy to the body. Oh no, past that just means you can only take half action on this turn.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that means I can't really move, but
You can attack.
could I? Would it count? Okay. Could I attack and try to intimidate them, or would that be above it?
You could
Threshold,
try, but whether it would do anything or not is another matter entirely.
I'm terribly sorry, Shaw.
Hold on a sec, Pastor.
Okey-doke.
Are you trying to fire a ranged weapon while engaged in melee?
Oh, he's approaching me.
Oh yeah, he's engaged with you.
Oh, you're approaching me?
Oh, not a good choice, little boyo. In that case, he's gonna focus his attention on the buddy over here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm gonna make it an all-out.
Gonna allow yeet. What? Damn, son.
I will use my fate points.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Last fight points. Fucking hell. This will not stand.
There we go. Give your boy a break, man.
Oof.
Hey, fucking man. All out.
Well, that is an epic success.
Yeeted.
Roll the
I
damage.
Speaking of, I just have to double check I have swift attack. I just need to double check what the rules for that was.
I know what it is. It's like semi-auto with a weapon, but you didn't use it, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's a specific type of attack action you can use with in melee, basically, instead of a normal attack. It's like how you've got
Actually,
charge.
I might
and
have to
wild.
look into another one because I remember one of these concern these sorts of things. Was... Whirlwind. Where were you? Okay, yeah. Only regards to hordes, as far as I know. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. So, roll the damage, please.
Yes, sir.
Righty ho.
And I will try to intimidate him if that's okay.
You can try, yes.
Yes. I'm not thinking the servitors. I'm thinking the.
Oh, to these Qatari. Okay, yeah. Could
Yep.
definitely try that.
And I prepared something. Should I say what Civ is going to say first, or should I say it after I rolled? What do you think?
Roll it with a +10 and then say your thing. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
8.
Forfeit the battle or forfeit your lives. The choice is yours.
Oofed.
That sounds like a Skyrim line.
That's the worst part.
Nice.
You never should have come here.
It's a bad time to get lost, friend.
I fought mud crabs.
Never should have come here.
Oofed.
Oh god, we're devolving.
I know. As soon as the
You
pressure
Mechanicus
mounts, you
are all-
devolve
you
into
Mechanicus
memes.
are all the same. You Mechanicus are all the same. All blast and no fury.
I'm gonna try to fix the mic now.
What's a milk drinker like you were doing around these parts?
Mechanicus drinking milk. Oofed. So, it's Jane's turn.
So Jane's in melee, isn't she, or is she?
No, she's not in
yet?
melee, actually. She can shoot.
Oh yeah. Cool. Is Big Daddy over there in melee, or is he just next to Ursula?
The one next to Ursula is in melee. The other one is not, down the corridor that just tried to shoot at Jane. Yeah, that boy's in melee.
Alright. So that guy's in melee.
So he's going to be harder to hit. However, he's at point blank range, which mitigates it somewhat.
I think I will go for the point blank range option.
Okay.
Jane, so that's autocannon. I've had time to do that. Yeah. Oh,
She does have
It
fate.
was such an easy test.
She does have fate points.
Um,
At least I think she does. I gave her some.
should.
I think she has
However,
like
it's
one I
just-
gave her.
I'd rather save a fate point for being alive rather than for something else being dead.
Nah, but you burn the fate points when you want to stay alive. You don't have to use the normal one.
What?
So if you want to,
So is that infamy points or fate points?
they're both the same. Well,
Okay.
very similar. Basically,
Jane has 2.
when you say stay alive, do you mean avoid getting hit, or do you mean like recover from
Avoid
death?
being
Because
dead.
recover. Okay, right. Yeah. Okay. If you want to
Avoid being dead as opposed to recover from dead.
Right. Okay, because those are two different things you can do with them.
Yeah. So it's one's infamy and one's infamy points.
Yeah, one makes you probably lose. them.
I will accept the miss and just be grumpy.
Okay. The Saigon scream.
So will you allow me to charge and then
Better grump.
It's going to be
fill the corridor?
Better grumpy.
okay.
Would you allow
This
me to
okay.
do it
You've
when
got
I
thunder
succeed
charge.
on
That's
them?
what's interesting about this. So you
Yes.
could potentially do it and shove this guy out of the way. So, what's your movement range?
My move for a charge is 9 meters.
Right. Yeah, right. First of all, if you want to fulfill this course of action, you're going to have to move there, shove him out of the way, move in there, and then fire your flamer.
I'm back.
As one full action.
Yes.
There will be some tests involved.
Would it be an athletics test?
There will first be an opposed strength check, and then there will be some kind of other test involved to bring your flamer up in time. But I will give you some bonuses to it. I'm gonna say agility, but I will give you some bonuses to it depending on how well you do in the strength check.
Right.
So yeah, it's a bit of a gamble, but it could pay off. Let's see.
Fuck it, let's take a risk.
Yep.
So,
So yeah, move up, do your strength check.
Yep.
See how this guy does.
Do I get a circumstantial modifier for charging or not?
I'll give you a +10. Because of the bulk and mass of this boy. This guy's also sturdy. Oof! You do have more successes though! So you managed to push this guy away and sneak through.
So he's not prone.
He is not prone, no, because he's sturdy, but you do manage to shove him outside. Okay, now to bring your weapon up in time to allow the gout of flame. Make me an agility check. Let's see, how much? 5. At +40. Due to your momentum.
Would you allow me to use athletics since I'm essentially using a lot of strength in a short period of time to
Are you okay, buddy?
I got a cold.
rather than my dexterity?
Not in this case, I'm afraid. But
Alright.
yeah, I'm giving you some bonuses because of what you're doing. We'll see if this pays off.
I'm gonna re-roll that
Yep.
shit. My dude, my agility is 22. Give me a
What? Fuck. Yeah, there you go. That was better. So, you may fire the flamer. How many shots does it hold?
75.
Fuck's sake. Flamers have a lot of capacity. Okay.
Because of the backpack.
Yep. That is ridiculous.
How
Oh.
big is that tank?
Yeah, he's just got a massive fuel
It's efficient.
tank. And, yes.
We
Right,
need to fire 75 shots of a heavy flamer.
A man who wishes to erase a civilization.
Basically. Just a walking
that is
hole.
fair.
Also,
Space
as he-
Hulks.
Yes. As Ron raises his flamer, he shall say softly, yet firmly, Willie Peterson sends his regards. They take a -10, and are there any circumstantial penalties considering they're extremely bunched up and in a...
Yeah, I'm gonna do that on my rolls, don't worry. Okay.
That's a fight. I think the moment you click that trigger, the freeze frames and just start singing fucking Lion Sleeps Tonight.
Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I got here.
And that's how you became the Fresh Prince of the Warp.
Fuck's sake. It's getting worse.
Fresh Prince of Bel-End.
Okay,
Also, I'll make an intimidate check, even though they are robots.
alright. Yep.
Do I get any bonuses for being cool?
You get a +30.
Alright.
Ooh.
Okay, this will be interesting. Roll me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage rolls.
Daenerys since we were going.
Fuck's sake, very topical. Ding ding. Dun dun. Dun dun. Aye. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Do. Does that have felling at all?
No.
Alright. Let's see.
That'd be hilarious, though.
Hmm. Do. How's the chat doing, by the way, just while calculating this?
Stu, if we're looking at the chat, we're cheating.
Alright.
Like
Nice try, lawman.
Lad, if I
Plead the
was
fifth.
watching the stream, I'd be looking at the chat.
The last thing I can see is the please assume the position followed by ooh.
Oh yeah, that was Ash.
What?
That was Ash for ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, DR is a pain in the ass on 4K.
Oof.
Because these guys have a fair amount of DR, you'd be surprised. It's their
Well,
robo.
then I'm just gonna have to punch my way through them.
Yeah.
The old-fashioned way.
19. Okay. La 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 la. Almost there. Last one. Okay. We're done, Ron. You've successfully toasted them all for some decent damage.
Alright.
Many of them are on fire, which is the desired effect. We now turn to Boss Ballard. Bill has gone asleep, it seems.
No, I was just muted and forgot I put it that way. Okay.
You have many targets now.
I see a very pressing one directly 3 minutes in front of me.
Okay, put all your usual modifiers except -10. Put that on top of everything else because it's in combat, but it's also hulking.
Okay, -10.
Oofed. Roll the damage.
And 27 and 6.
You okay there, buddy?
Felling 2.
Filling 2.
Foster, are you asking me that question?
Yup.
Oh. Yeah, I'm fine.
Right.
So much
Your arrow strikes it in one of its arms, piercing through most of its carapace armor, and blood just starts pooling from the wound very profusely. Seems pretty hurt by the attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna just mute my mic until I need to say something.
Oof.
Right. Try and quickly wrap up this.
Sadly, there aren't many ways to effectively describe shooting some motherfucker with an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Is
the
true.
explanation is kind of done for you.
Mm.
The Rangers move in. And they're gonna try and home in on the sniper that just shot their reinforcements. See, first one. Oh, Jesus. Bill, do you have a force field by any chance?
Yes, I do.
You may want to roll that first. Would you like to
This
roll with
force field
toughness?
has literally never worked. Okay, I shall roll my dodge, which I get to roll twice to hit the better.
Yep.
At plus 20.
Okay. Yeah, fortunately for you, you managed to roll out of the way as a streak of energy bolts come towards your way.
Oh!
Yeah. Woo.
Jesus.
The officer in charge is going to try something of his own for the rest of the attack. Bill, do you still have that force field?
Yes, I do.
Okay, as a Willy Pete shot comes at you.
It has literally never blocked a single thing. I'm going to use it for me.
It's just okay. God
It
damn
has literally never blocked a single thing ever. This thing is fucking worthless.
It's just like the tabletop 5-up invulnerable saves you get sometimes. Oh.
What's that? 30% chance to succeed. Be a shame if that 30% never, ever came up.
Alright.
30% chance to succeed is a fucking 70% chance to fail.
So, what's your armor, Bill? And toughness.
Okay, I have 8 on every location. It counts for fall against stir fire.
Gets fire.
And yeah, energy damage. It works. I know some armor goes through it. I think. I'm not even sure that's still a thing, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, that's.
I think that was a thing in other
Dark
editions.
kerosene stuff, yeah, it's not a thing.
Yeah, it's a dark kerosene thing. Yeah, I've got 8 armor to every location for a total of 11.
What's your toughness? 3?
I'm toughness 4, I believe. Oh no, toughness 3. I stand corrected.
You suffer 2 wounds as the Willy Pete strikes you.
The bastards.
Could you also roll me a standard agility check or catch fire?
get to roll twice and take the better.
Yep. Bill is on fire.
I'm sensing a pattern here. I'm really sensing a pattern.
You do know what the lore of Skitarii Rangers, right? they're pretty good at sniping themselves. So you can imagine they do counter snipe kind of stuff. Deals.
No, it's just that I keep seeing, every time I get a reroll, I roll shite on both rolls.
Oh yeah, that is true as well.
And I've been rolling consistently quite poorly tonight.
Yeah. You're on fire? I'll roll the damage now just to save time. Because I'll probably wrap this up soon. 4 damage reduced by your toughness, so that's another point of damage.
I'd really like to get my turn before we wrap this up.
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up after their turn here.
My turn?
We'll wrap up in your turn, actually. Yeah, that'd be a good calling off point. So, the last one is going to try and capitalize on his officer's attacks. He's going to try and finish off Bill. However, his shots go wide. And he doesn't quite miss you, despite you being lit up like a Christmas tree with Willy P. Which is, in fact, the very purpose of the phosphorus blast weapons. It allows other characters to have an easier time hitting them.
It's essentially a very extreme form of tracer armor.
Yep. I know the Mechanicus seem to have figured out this is a good idea in 4K.
You do remember this is the same setting that lost explosive core assault autocannon shells.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Just straight lost them.
Rounds. Yeah.
Used to have flak and like heap and heat rounds, and they lost all of them.
They lost them all, son. Okay, these guys are gonna bully you some more, Nullus.
Sorry, I forgot I muted my mic.
Some more Skitarii are gonna try and bully you, I'm afraid.
Oh.
Gonna aim, short, standard, 10, go. Nulla, do you have a dodge?
I mean, I haven't used one this round
Yeah,
yet,
so-
so.
Would you like to dodge?
Could I? Sorry, which ones are attacking me?
These dudes over here. In the
Okay.
fire.
Yeah, I'll try and dodge that.
Yeah, might be a plan.
YOLO modifier.
I'll give you a +5 actually, just because you're in combat with a dude. Well.
Fair enough.
However, he also rolled a 1 on damage. Oh, Nullus, you're
Does that
fine.
actually penetrate my armor?
No, it didn't. The lightning
little
once
bit,
again
just
struck out
glints
against
off.
you, but it just kind of cackled against your armor. Just doing no damage. How many wounds are you on, by the way, just so I know?
I think 2.
Ah, 2. Very good.
You've hit us with a very tough encounter, you know?
You ever just fight a whole platoon?
Ever
Well,
just
that comes-
Technologically advanced humans in the entirety of the Imperium.
Alright. Let's see how this goes.
Hits.
Oh no! God
Is
damn
that
it.
at me?
Yes.
Yes.
Ah, boy.
Well, you've got 8 toughness and 8 armor, so
12?
We can rebuild him. Someday.
That still puts you in the negatives, I do believe.
Yeah. You suffer 3 damage now with all your reductions, so...
You mean like 3 wounds?
Yeah. So you're at -1 wound, I believe.
I am. What does that actually mean if I'm on negative wounds?
Essentially...
I've never been here before.
Yeah, okay, so...
Oh wait, no, I'm currently at 4 wounds, not 2, my bad. Okay. So I'm at 1.
So you're 1 wound, alright.
Yes, 1 exactly.
1 wound exactly. Well, the last boy is going to follow up with his, I'm going to read the weapon description. Irradium Giselle. Or Giselle. Which sounds really dirty, but, you know, that's how it be.
It's a musket. It's a kind of musket usually found in locations like Arabia.
Yeah, the Ottomans liked them.
So does Clan Scryer.
No relation to the Ottomans. Or maybe there is.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Let's coincide.
I'll leave that up to the chat
Get
to
the buckle
decide.
To
gun.
be fair, they're more like the Tyranids.
Ah, yeah.
Both are referred to as roaches.
Okay.
Get the buckle gun.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Well, he does an epic 5 damage to you, Nulla.
And does my armor tank that?
Your armor tanks that. I'm just gonna double check something. The toxic doesn't work, however. Nulla, could you roll me a toughness check? Just a regular toughness check.
Skidari Vanguard's Radium Gis.
Radium jizz. Hot cancer fires from their weapons. Fortunately, you're strong and Catboy, and you manage to shrug off the effects of these strange aura.
The state will have no chains on me.
Oof.
Okay. We're now at the final turn of the game for tonight.
Sure, we'll just look at them all and say, I hope you like the sauna I made for you. How well would you mind a little more heat? And I'll take out a fireball grenade and attempt to throw
Obagora.
it. Right there. I can easily reach that.
Yeah, that counts as short range, in fact.
Yep, so I'll
Ballistic skill
try
plus
to
10.
throw it right there. Oh god, okay.
Forgive sent the specials out to shoot the people down.
Actually, I'll take a half aim before that as well.
Okay, yeah, plus 20, yep.
Plus... range... Standard... Any other modifiers?
Plus 5, because there's already flames all around. That'll help fan the flames.
God fucking...
What? And you've got no Feyar, do you? Oh no.
I fucking hate this game.
That was a bit of a anticlimactic finish to tonight. Unless there's something else you can do.
Oh, it's a grenade. No, it's a grenade, so it's scattered somewhere.
This is so sad.
It's
Nullis,
a
could
grenade,
you
so it's
grant him
scattered
a
somewhere.
Oh yeah, Nullus
Yeah,
could give him a
to
fate
grant
point.
So,
Yeah. Oh.
what does it entail if he fails this roll? Does it mean he like drops it at our feet or like?
No, it just means it
Scatters
kind of goes,
somewhere.
it scours, yeah.
Is that what's its range?
The range is 3 times my strength bonus, which is a 4.
No, like the.
It scours
AoE.
1d10
Oh, the
in a random
the scatter
direction.
range is
Yeah.
3 meters.
It's 1.
No, 1d5,
No.
sorry. It's 1d5.
What is when the bomb explodes? What is the radius of the explosion?
3 meters.
Okay, that could very much put us in harm's way. But I'm also only on 1 wound. Can I use
You'll
my
get.
fate point for
You'll
this?
be regaining fate when we next reconvene, I believe. So
It's very likely you
Smoke.
will, yes. After this.
smoke them if you got them.
Gren, using my special ability, inspiring presence, I let you roll again.
He presses some pressure onto his wounds and gurgles like.
Show a links that card with a spell card in the form of a fireball. Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Welcome to every
Oh,
game.
crit success! Yes!
1 out of 69.
Damn!
Dude,
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
my character is so inspiring, dude. Like, I should do a TED talk.
Holy
Literally.
shit, though. That's
I should
amazing.
I should
Let
do a
me
TED
tell you
talk
about the
where-
merits. Let me tell you about the merits of no roads.
Let me tell you about how the Empire is big gay.
Lord
I'll
Noah,
show you a world.
consider making a podcast.
To a world with no roads, because
That's
everyone
crazy.
will already be on
If you
trains.
ever tried the DMT.
View a universe
Alright,
with
so-
no roads, because
Okay.
all of the planets have been blown up.
Okay, so that's 6 energy damage with a pen of 6, and a flame quality. That's the best I can do. I rolled shit for the damage.
Oofed. Well,
But it hits all of them, and they all have to make an agility test or catch on fire.
Yep.
Again.
again.
And it adds more fire to this burning area.
Again and again
Yeet.
and again.
Let's actually see if any of them are going to suffer damage. Yeah, okay, they sadly won't suffer damage, but they will all have to take agilities. And it's over and over again. Na, na, na.
It's over, Anakin.
I have the firebomb.
Yes.
You underestimate my power.
Good morning,
You're doing very different.
Dresden.
Good.
Good morning, King's Landing. Who said that?
Oh boy.
I know, fortunate son.
Fucking.
I love the smell of fire bombs in the morning.
Good morning, Northern Ireland.
Oh,
Ding ding.
Good morning, any given street in Newcastle.
Dun, dun.
Good morning, good morning,
Just
Glasgow.
Manchester in general.
Good morning, Sri Lanka.
Oof.
fire bombs stick to servitors.
There are a lot of fire bombs nowadays, aren't there? This joke can go
They're
very.
very easy to make.
Yeah.
Thanks, Saudi Arabia.
Thanks, Mohammed.
Right.
Turn thanks, Mohammed into a sitcom.
Tonight's been a bit. Tonight's been a bit of a clusterfuck, people. But I hope you enjoyed this intense combat scenario that's gone on. The platoon of Scutari and the servitor gang that showed up to join in the party. Any final bombshells before it closes out?
Has that one Canicus guy who we got to help us? Is he just been kind of standing there this whole time?
What the
Yep.
fuck's
Also,
With a 1,000-yard
all I-
stare.
all I have to say is apparently fire bombs don't melt steel.
Oh.
Oh.
Life if you lie to.
Also, before believe,
Never should have come here.
Kind of did turn into a Varg episode very quickly.
There we go.
Oof. And on that bombshell, good night.